Well, you remember me saying about Mel Gibson uh, shouldn't have said about Paul McCarthy, not Paul McCarthy, but John Lennon being shot, and I said he was in the Illuminati. Well, listen to the song Imagine by John Lennon, and listen to the words very carefully, because where it says, what if there's no heaven? I think he said there is no heaven, no hell, no country, all living in a world. He was talking about the Illuminati. He's Masonic, yeah, he is. And he's not the only one in that group that was Masonic. But he, he said he'd be happy if we joined him in his way of thinking. Uh, yeah, what they don't mention is, or he doesn't mention, or they don't mention, is that in order to start a new world order, which is what he was talking about, one world, no countries. That's You listen to that song, Imagine, and you'll see everything I said is true. Listen to it very carefully because uh, it's a nice song. I like the song, but when I start listening to the lyrics, I realized what he was doing, and maybe he shouldn't have did that. And these people don't like to be noticed that much, so that could be the reason he was not by just some crazy lunatic. It could have been a setup. And then once he said, I said this before, that he said he was more popular than Jesus. Well, from what I take from the song, he doesn't believe in it anyway, so why wouldn't he say it? Anyway, uh, and like I said, there is a place where I can prove that he is Masonic. 4 billion people got to die in order for them to control uh, the world. Uh, they don't mention that part either, and a lot of them are going to be the people that are in the Masonic Masons. They're the they're not going to have them around because they know too much, and probably and all the people that are helping them are going to be written off the list. I'll tell you, it's and the way things are going, it's not too far off. So you know, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but these are dangerous people. He said something about sharing the wealth in the song. Uh, he never shared his wealth when he's alive. I mean, they're not going to do it when they're dead. These are rich people, and they're not going to share nothing. See, the only thing after the New World, if they ever get it, which they are trying pretty hard to get, all these things that are happening, the Bible, they're going as close to the Bible, following it as close as they can to make it look like God is creating all this weather the way it is. Uh, I think they control the weather. Uh, I can't see them getting along with each other. I mean, it's supposed to be one man stands up and says, "I am king of the world," with his two loyal supporters beside him. Two, but there's a lot more than two uh, uh, in the Masonic, in the Illuminati. I know some of their names. I won't reveal them because it's pretty hard to prove, unless they come right out and say it. I'll tell you this thing, Wikipedia, they control that. The dictionary things there. It even says in Wikipedia that the only ones that control it is the Illuminati. I I find a lot of these things by accident. I mean, I've only had a computer over a couple of years, but I did a lot of research, and I found out a lot of this stuff. Now, now Area 51. Let's take that for example. Uh, they're going to let you take tours there now. Before they would have shot you if you went near the place. So whatever they had there, it's been moved, and moved, or it's way far beneath the ground that nobody will ever know where it's down there. So there's a rumor there's even army bases beneath the ground. Why we're fighting with Muslims and other people, I have no idea. This is their way of, they get infiltrators in there and they stir up this trouble. I've seen this on 60 Minutes, so you can't hold me responsible for this. That Osama bin Laden, I know he was a friend of George Bush's, George W. Bush's Jr. And but it says he was working for the CIA through British intelligence. So there's a lot of questions to be asked there. Did they just kill him, or is he dead? And did they kill him to make sure that what he knew didn't get out? I got nothing against Muslims. I got nothing against anybody. So I have no reason to stir up trouble for anybody. I don't want to stir up trouble for anybody. And why our leaders keep saying we got to protect Israel is beyond me, because I don't know why we got to protect Israel from. They're scared of Iran because they're going to get the atomic bombs. Jerusalem has a lot of weapons. But I'll tell you this, the ordinary Jewish person, I got this on 60 Minutes too. I think it was 60 Minutes, I'm not sure about that one. But it was on one of the shows, that the ordinary Jew, same as the ordinary person like us, the only reason I know it because I researched it, don't know what's going on. The ordinary Jew, it would be happy to share, I think it's a Gaza Strip, I'm not sure what all the troubles about, or what, we'll say the Gaza Strip, it could be something else, but would share this with the Muslims. They don't have a problem with it. The ordinary Jews, a Zionist Jew thinks they're entitled to all the property. They think it also belongs to them. Maybe not all, whatever they're fighting about anyway. That's what it says. You look up Zionist Jew, it says they think they're entitled to the land. And if you ever watched the Last Temptation of Christ, Jesus in that show, I mean, you just have to go by what you hear. He said God is not an Israelite. That doesn't mean he doesn't look after them like he's supposed to be looking after the rest of us. But when you start tearing down religion and using it as a tool to destroy the world, now who else would be doing that? People who don't believe in God, like the Illuminati, it started in Bavaria. They found them out after 11 years, kicked them out, but they still think they infiltrated the Bavarian government. And they've been going strong ever since. The Masons, George Washington, Paul Revere, Benjamin Franklin was a Mason. Benjamin Franklin was the worst one. He was a Masonic to the third degree. He was an alcoholic. He was reported to have drunken the blood of babies. And that's a practice I think is still going on. There's 300,000 babies disappeared from Spain. Now, where did they go? 40,000 people a year are missing in the States. Well, you know, some of them are killed. Some of them are killed by serial killers. Some of them are killed, and some of them might be just missing. But you have to wonder. And I wonder. And, but anyway, now I found this out about Benjamin Franklin, the same place I found out about the other stuff. Now, not all the stuff. I mean, I found out about the uh, the United States government hierarchy in the Navy. I think it's the Navy. I know it's the Army for sure. They're the top soldiers. They're Masonic. Some even say Obama's a Masonic, but I don't know. They got a certain handshake or something. That's how they went by. But I don't know about anything about handshakes or anything. But the thing is, we don't know who's Masonic, who isn't. Not all Masons are, you know, got this on their mind. They're a cult. And some of them even go to church to make it look good, but you know, I don't know. Maybe some of them don't even know what kind of a club they joined. But yeah, when the Illuminati comes to power, 4 billion people die and they're gone. These people are not going to get any better world because they're going to be fighting amongst each other to see who controls it. And if they control the people, like they're planning on doing, that's why they're bringing in so many foreigners. I keep calling them foreigners. I got nothing against these people, but it's cheaper to help them in their country than to bring them over here because they're not going to get a better deal here. Prices. One of the big uh, grocery store chains is they're going to raise their. Now we pay a lot more in Canada than you do in the States. We pay twice as much for our gas. We go by liters. That was a kind of a mistake there. Anyway, we go by liters, so we pay twice as much. We pay a dollar. I think they just went down 6 cents, so about $1.34 now, or $1.36 or something a liter, and you just go at the gallon. But anyway, the big chain said they're going to raise all the prices up 14%. People are starving to death now. There's 1 million people. I'm running out of time. 1 million people in uh, Toronto, I think it is, alone. They need to go to food banks because they run out. They got you know, maybe they're on welfare. There are people on welfare. There's no job to be had. I don't know. That's another reason I don't understand why they keep bringing. They said they're bringing over specialists. A lot of these people they brought over are living in slums in Toronto and in other big cities. I mean, in Atlantic Canada, where I'm from, we treat people with respect. I mean, we always have. We're just good-natured people, but we can lose our temper sometimes too. And I think uh, everybody's getting kind of fed up that uh, the ordinary person don't get the breaks in the government. All the people they bring into the country get all the breaks. They get companies hire them. They got two-tier system where the government hides 25 pays 25% of the wages of minimum wage. So my time is pretty well up. So looking to that John Lennon song, Imagine, and you tell me I'm not telling it like it is. It's the whole story is right there. He shouldn't have been shot. I mean, I don't think the man should have died, but